In a quiet town, where the houses fell asleep early and the stars whispered secrets to one another, there lived a little girl named Noor. Now, Noor wasn't like other girls. When the whole world was deep in slumber, she had a very special gift. She could gently step into people's dreams. But Noor had a rule, a promise she made to herself. She only entered dreams that were sad, afraid, or lost. Her grandmother, a woman with kindness in her eyes and starlight in her hair, used to tell her, "Dreams are like hearts, my dear. If you enter them with kindness, they begin to heal." So, one peaceful night, as the moon cast a silver glow over the rooftops, Noor closed her eyes. She took a deep breath and found herself standing inside a dark, cold dream. A small child was sitting all alone in the corner, his shoulders shaking with fear of the overwhelming darkness. Noor knelt beside him, her presence as soft as a feather. She spoke softly, her voice a gentle hum. "Darkness is not an enemy," she said. "Sometimes it's just a place where the light is waiting to be found." With a simple, graceful movement, she drew a star in the air with her finger. Instantly, the dream filled with a galaxy of glowing, twinkling stars. The child looked up, his fear melting away, and a bright, beautiful smile spread across his face. Next, Noor found herself in a different dream, a chaotic one. A young girl was running frantically along a beach as enormous, angry waves crashed all around her, threatening to pull her under. The girl was crying, her voice barely audible over the roar of the ocean. "I can't stop my anger," she cried out. "It's too strong." Noor didn't run. She simply stood still and replied calmly, her voice like a steady anchor in the storm. "Anger is like the ocean," she explained. "When you breathe slowly and deeply, the waves begin to grow quiet." Noor sat down on the sand and took a long, slow breath in and then out. As she did, the raging waves began to settle. The ocean's roar softened to a gentle lapping, and the water became clear, peaceful, and still. The girl stopped running and finally felt a sense of calm wash over her. Then, Noor stepped into the dream of a man sitting in a silent, gray forest. He was surrounded by birds, but none of them were singing. Their silence was heavy, like a thick fog. The man looked at Noor, his eyes empty. "I have lost all my hope," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "It's gone forever." Noor lifted her hands, as if to catch the morning light. She whispered, her voice full of warmth and certainty. "Hope is never truly lost. Sometimes it is only asleep, waiting for a gentle nudge to wake up." As she spoke, the birds in the forest began to stir. One by one, they started to sing their beautiful melodies, and a warm, golden light seeped back into the dream, chasing away the gray shadows. The man looked up, his face softening as he listened to the chorus. After helping so many dreams find their light, Noor started to feel very, very tired. Her own heart felt a little heavy. She found herself sitting in a vast, white, empty dream. It was quiet and lonely. She asked quietly into the emptiness, her voice small. "I help everyone else find their way, but who helps me when I feel lost?" Just as the thought crossed her mind, a new dream began to form around her. But this one was different. It was her own dream. In it, she saw a younger version of herself, a little girl with bright, sparkling eyes, smiling up at her. The little Noor spoke, her voice full of simple, honest truth. "When you give kindness," she said, "it always, always comes back to you. You are never truly alone." The first rays of morning light streamed through her window, and Noor woke up. The sun was rising, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold. That day, something wonderful happened in the little town. The child who was afraid of the dark laughed freely, playing games in the shadows without a single fear. The girl who was overwhelmed by anger played peacefully by the water's edge, her heart as calm as a still lake. And the man who had lost hope looked up at the bright blue sky, a genuine smile on his face, feeling a warmth he hadn't felt in a very long time. They never knew why their days suddenly felt so much brighter, so much lighter. They didn't know about the little girl who walked through their dreams. But Noor knew. The moral of this story is a simple one. Kindness has the power to change dreams and soothe troubled minds. Calmness can change hearts and still the most turbulent storms within us. And perhaps most importantly, those who give help and kindness to others always find a light shining brightly within themselves. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that warm the soul. We'll see ya in the next one.